Philly, Joe and Kirby podcast.
This is the Philly, Joe and Kirby podcast.
The new meanies, going back to the 90s, letting time pass. Local boys.
Yep. Great song.
I mean, who hasn't seen, if you've been around Winnipeg for long enough, chances are you've seen the new meanies in a club. The blue meanies, initially, correct?
Yeah, and they had to change their name, I believe.
92.1 City, Winnipeg's rock station. Philly, Joe, and Kirby on a Monday morning. And with that time change, hopefully everything's okay in your world, in your life.
Well,
Yeah.
I got in the vehicle this morning, and I thought that I changed all my clocks yesterday, but I forgot the one in the vehicle. So this morning I had a moment of panic where I was like,
How do I do this?
what the hell? It's only 4?
Uh-huh.
But it was like, obviously
Just drive around.
5.
Just drive around the wrong time for a week. That's always fun, too.
It should automatically change in your car.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that should do things in my car, but I haven't figured it out yet because it's new
A
still.
newer vehicle doesn't change, eh? I would have thought.
I think it's in the
mine
settings.
does.
Yeah, it's in a settings category you have to
Yeah.
look
Does yours change automatically, Joe?
at. Yeah.
I think I didn't even think the look this morning, but I think I would have noticed if it didn't automatically change. So it must have. That's weird, Curbs. Well, hopefully you figure that out because it can be a pain in the ass. You got to get the manual out. The 700-page manual. The drivers.
That's the only time I ever open it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's hard to find like in the index there where the changing the time part is.
Well, your manual could be actually on the display as well now.
Dear God.
You don't even have to open up the book.
Open up the book. It's about
This is
time.
too much for
Or-
a Monday. I'm not opening the book.
Pull
Just
out the glove
Google.
box.
For the love of God.
Just Google.
I'm not Googling anything. I
Get
figured
the-
out how to change the time. It was on the display. You got to touch the button, and then it goes,
Oh.
there's a 24-hour thing, and then there's an automatic thing.
Yes,
and then
automatic. That's the word.
That's what I did.
Go get the manual, bring it in here. We'll have a look this morning. We
Wait
got
a second. You started the conversation by saying you didn't know what you were doing to just tell us that you did it.
Well, I learned.
Oh, you did it
Oh.
already.
by
It's done.
figuring it out. Like,
Ah.
Well,
you didn't say that.
So
I didn't get a chance.
it's done now.
Oh, yeah, you didn't get it.
We don't need to look at the manual. Okay.
No,
that's-
it's settled.
It's good.
It's
You figured it
6:13
out.
in her vehicle right now.
Probably a good thing that we're not diving into your manual this morning.
Yes.
The bone
yes.
phone coming up, and you know who's weighing in on the time change? Lisa. I
need that.
Yeah, I didn't have that on the bingo card this morning, but she's got thoughts.
Philly, Joe, Kirby.
Philly, Joe and Kirby.
Podcast.
The Philly, Joe and Kirby podcast.
Call the Bone Phone, 780-BONE. Brought to you by Auto Gallery of Winnipeg.
Good morning, Philly, Joe, and Kirby. I hope you guys had a fantastic weekend. And from Border Babe calling, just got a couple things I want to get off my mind. Been driving here in the city for many, many years, and it just discourages me on how people do not know how to merge. You got lots of feet to come in and get up to speed and get going into the lane, right? So that's one. Second is drivers not turning on their headlights, or their lights in general, I should say. They would have rear lights. Experiencing that a lot lately, and not giving you the wave when you let them in. That's it. That's all. Hope you guys have a great Monday.
You can feel the discouragement in Anne's voice, but I hope it helped to get it off your chest.
Mm-hmm. That's part of the bone phone
That's what we're here
fun.
for.
Absolutely. Okay, now, bring up the mood a little bit. This clearly a bunch of people were together partying and a birthday wish.
Hello, I'd just like to do a birthday shout out. If you could please play this message right after. Here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Corey. Happy birthday to you. Monday, baby.
Okay, now Corey, they were giving a happy birthday to Corey there, and then she went ahead and called in herself here, okay? So this is...
Yeah, I'm sorry, but you know what? My birthday falls on this, time change. I don't know why, it's 3:46. But I just want to say I love you guys. We follow you, like seriously. We had pictures with you, like Philly was Philly. We did the bone phone at the Burt Block party.
Yep.
Corey, come on. Anyway, I'm 50, so if you could say that, oh my God, I love you, all of you. Just say that. Happy birthday, Corey.
I remember that crew
What
from
a
the
good time.
Burt Block party and clearly having a good time over the weekend.
That was pretty good. They were still going strong at 3:46 when they flipped their clocks up an hour, I guess.
Amazing.
So good. And happy birthday, Corey. Happy 50th. Okay, on the topic of soups. It was a hot topic last week.
Hey, PJK. Heart of Charleswood calling. I'm sitting here on a Saturday afternoon. I'm supposed to be working, but Wobbly Pop's got in the way. I'm just listening to your soup, whatever they want to call it. Cream of broccoli soup is only good for one thing and one thing only. If you want a good scallop potato, you make scallop potatoes with the cream of broccoli soup. And, okay, Kirby, you're not going to like this, but I usually put in either bacon bits or fine cut up farmer sausage in there and add a little bit of cheese on top, and you got yourself one wicked scallop potato dish. And as for tomato soup's only good for two things: cleaning out your system and making Grandma's cabbage rolls a little more moist.
Oh,
I know you
God.
hate the word moist, but it's got to be used.
I love that recipe for scallop potatoes, by the way.
The heart of Charleswood,
Yeah.
right there on a Saturday. Instead of working, having a couple wobbly pops and suggesting some great food options.
And let's keep the topic on food. A horseradish sandwich.
Hi guys, it's the Wells Dragon calling. I loved your show all week. You were talking about horseradish. I had an uncle of mine who lived in BC, Victoria, and he loved eating horseradish sandwiches, the red stuff.
Wow.
And we thought he was kidding, but no, he loved eating that stuff just in a sandwich. Okay, bye.
Okay.
Yeah, I bought a horseradish dipping sauce once that you it's and it looks like a bottle of ketchup, but it's a creamy horseradish sauce.
Yeah.
And you dip your fries in there, your chicken fingers. Oh man, it's good.
So he used it as a spread.
Yeah.
His uncle.
On like a sandwich.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Okay.
And that came from last week. I was I had been out, had a lot of horseradish on some roast beef, and was saying how much I love it.
And you're not alone. There's
Yeah.
a lot of people that are very passionate about the
Horseradish.
condiment.
Okay, let's wrap up with Lisa. She wants to talk about daylight saving.
All right. We're going to celebrate Daylight Savings Time begin on Sunday. Actually, I have a friend named Sunday, but it's Sundae because she was born on a Sunday. So we're going to celebrate Daylight Spring Saving Time. Oh, yeah, and tomorrow is International Woman Day Parade. Anyway, don't forget.
The parade?
Was there a parade?
I don't
know if there was a parade.
I don't know anybody that was celebrating DST either.
There
It was,
should be a parade.
It's just a lot of That's a good weekend.
She throws a
Lisa.
parade on the end of a lot of things, Lisa.
The Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
I just got to say, every single play now for Who the Hell Is That? Not that they're always exciting and fun, but now that two are down, you just never know when that grand prize is going to happen, and all three are going to be you know what I mean? I'm just hanging on every play now, and it started with Angela a few minutes ago.
It grows real fast. So $5,800, 8:30 this morning.
And I want to chuck it back out there too, or chuck it out there is if it goes, let's just pretend that it went at 8:30 and all three names are done. Well, we start another one. We're getting right back into this. It's so much fun that we're just going to keep going.
Yep.
That's the entire idea of this. Oh, hey, guys, did you know that it's AC/DC week?
Yeah, today was the day they went into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, actually, I just read 22 years ago. So nice day for them to start up here as Artist of the Week.
That is perfectly planned. That I did. I wonder if Iron Mike and Ian in our music department planned that way on purpose. I bet you they did. They're pretty smart about stuff.
I got one more for you guys that happened today. Just as I was looking at my birthday list today, like to send out my birthday happy birthdays.
Oh, yeah.
By the way, I'm infringing on Joe a little bit on this. I've decided I want to hit up Facebook and wish more people happy birthday. I know he's the king of that, but
Okay, well, you've decided to step it up.
I don't want to step on his toes, but
birthdays are important.
I'm looking over that stuff a little more closely now. But anyway, go ahead, Joe.
Every day I do it. Carlos Chuck Norris.
Oh, wow.
85 today and could still open up a can of whoop ass, I'm guessing.
You have him on Facebook?
No, but I was looking at a list of...
They're friends.
I thought you were going down the list of people that you were wishing happy birthday to on Facebook, and I was like, Chuck Norris.
I was, and then I get a list of some celebrities that came up today.
My cousin, let's see, I forgot, buddy I know from radio.
I don't call him
Norris.
Chuck. I call him Carlos.
This is the Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
From the Boston Pizza text line, why is the time change on, or why isn't the time change on a Saturday night? Sorry. They're saying, why is the time change on Saturday? Why not Friday? So
Friday, like going into Saturday.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, or at least on, I gotcha, Friday night. Yeah.
I'll tell you what,
I bumbled that.
The best note I saw was the one that said, why isn't the time change actually on a Monday at around 11 o'clock a.m. and then we get to lunch?
Yeah.
And boom.
Oh,
you just zoom and you lose an hour of work.
Yeah, I agree.
Instead of sleep.
But at least there are so many better options. At least I like that the Friday night, and then by Monday it's been a couple of days.
That's like how I plan my weekends. Like if I'm going to go out and go hard, I'm going to do it on a Friday, so it gives me the next couple of days to recover before I got to go to work.
I still prefer the work day. Lose the hour of work.
I like it. Well, how are people feeling this morning? Let us know. Boston Pizza text line, because Kirby's got a story that it's not healthy for a lot of people. It doesn't go well for a lot of people, especially the spring forward. So, weigh in 762-555.
That's a good one right here. Friday at about 4 p.m. So you get off work an hour early and get into the weekend.
I like
That's
that.
pretty good.
Another great one, and way less people would complain then.
But did you notice how much lighter it was last night for that hour?
Yeah.
It makes a difference already.
It sure does. Another observation from the weekend. Remember I bought a jug of, I don't know if you guys remember this, but I told you I bought a jug of cheaper washer fluid and a jug of more expensive washer fluid.
Did you mix it together?
No, the cheaper stuff isn't as good.
You can tell an actual difference?
It's grimy on the windshield. I'm regretting it. Why did I do this? I can't wait. I'm using it like crazy now just to get rid of it so I can put the expensive stuff in there. It makes a difference.
I would have probably never noticed.
Mm-hmm.
So what was the difference in price? Do you know? A couple bucks?
I want to say from like $3 or $3.50 to like $6.50, or maybe $4 to $6 to $7.
So it's about $2-3 difference.
$2-3 on
but it makes a big difference.
There's a super cheap rack, and this is Canadian Tire, and then some more expensive stuff. I will not be going back to the super cheap stuff.
It doesn't say cheap rack either. It just says on sale or something, right? Gives you the
on sale.
You can't just call it the cheap rack. It's not good marketing.
So don't go for some low end washer fluid.
What are you doing with it? Like the rest of it?
It's all that. I put the one jug in there. Now I'm just using it as fast as I can.
Extra sprays now. It doesn't matter if the windshield needs it or not.
Just drenching it.
Even washing the back window even more than ever before. No.
Oh my God.
By the way, we're getting lots of replies on the how are you doing with the daylight saving time. I'm tired as crap. I couldn't sleep last night. I'm a medical van driver and travel an hour to work every day.
I would love to keep it where it is right now. If they have to make a decision, this is my favorite one because you get the light at night, which I like.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like I was so tired yesterday, and I'm still kind of tired.
Yeah. Well, you're not alone. Like I find it that Sunday, waking up and realizing it's actually
an hour later.
Yeah.
It's like this sucks. But the extra light is nice, Joe. I'll go with you.
Well, now that we have it, I'm just saying you don't have to change it again. This would be my preference over an hour less of light at night.
Oh, look at this. I feel great because I always take the Friday off prior to change and change time on the Friday. Wow.
Wow, they just do it on their own. They just take matters into their own hands. I kind of like it, though, because does it really matter what time you do it on the weekend? Like, honestly, though,
Well, it
who
depends.
decided it was going to happen at 2 a.m. on Saturday?
Depending what you have going on, it matters.
Yeah, if you have like hockey, for example,
Yeah.
you can't do the time change on Friday.
Yeah. What if you're going for one of your spray tans or your eyelash appointments?
I don't want to be late or
that's-
early, I guess.
It's not going to work, Kirby. It's
No,
not going to work for you.
If you have appointments.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, either way, taking the day off, though, is a clutch move on this person's part.
Well, I said it. I think Monday should be the stat, and then that would take care of everything. Would it not? Would it not? If today was a day off, take care of everything.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So I'm vouching for that. Also, Hot Dog Guy says he feels great. 100 push-ups. 100 push-ups and sit-ups this morning.
Wow.
Holy.
You know what? That would have been the hour I donated. I gave up. I wouldn't be doing that.
Philly Joe Kirby.
Philly Joe and Kirby.
Podcast.
The Philly Joe and Kirby Podcast.
I'll tell you what, the Boston Pizza text line is buzzing. No shortage of opinions. I'll say this. The Boston Pizza text line started a little slow this morning, but we mentioned daylight saving time and springing ahead over the weekend, losing an hour of sleep, and boom. Boom. That's all we needed to say, and the opinions are coming fast and furious on the time change. One guy says, I thought me and Hot Dog Guy could be friends. Then I hear that he does 100 push-ups and 100 sit-ups every morning. I don't think so anymore. I can't be around a guy that exercises that much. That's a great idea, though. And Hot Dog Guy has sworn on this text line before that, you know, when I complain about being sore and everything else, he swears he'll tell me you got to stretch and do more, you know, like just exercise more, basically, is what he's saying.
Yeah.
And he swears by it, so good
It's
for
not
you.
for everybody.
They say actually that is good for daylight saving time too, to recover. Keep moving, exercising, obviously, and take advantage of the sunshine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it would help.
Or a nap. I could definitely use a nap.
Yeah, sure.
Like right now?
Yes. I'm like struggling. And I know, and I feel bad because I know on Friday I was talking a big game. I said, you know, like,
But you had a busy
you
weekend.
can't let the time change get to you.
This was a
if
great line.
You
Yes.
don't let it
That was the
affect
line of the
you.
day. That was the line of the day.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, I let it affect me.
Thousands of people said thank
Took
you.
your advice.
And they said thank
Oh
you.
my God.
That was one of the greatest lines of all time. Could you give it to me one more time? I want to write it down.
Well, I mean, I just said.
No, you can use it with other things in life. So give it to us one more time.
Well, we should give some context. I was bitching about the time change.
Yeah.
And then Kirby came out of nowhere. Like the motivator superhero she is. And jumped in with a line.
I said, you can't let it bother you. Or what did I say?
I don't know.
No,
I said, you can't let it get to
No.
you if you don't let
won't-
it. It won't get to you if you
yes.
if you let it.
That's right.
That's right. So you basically
Won't get to you if
Yeah.
you let it.
Yeah, and I let it. You know what? I just let it take over. I tried so hard.
but it still won.
It
It
still,
won.
The time
Hey.
change still won.
A lot of people are saying this on the Boston Pizza text line too. Like it's 1 hour. How does leaving your time zone during travel affect you? Quite a few people were comparing it to that.
And pointing out
Well, because you're on vacation, honestly. Like, when you're on vacation, time really, like, you're on vacation, you're off work, you're living your best life. Like,
yeah.
time is
You got
whatever.
the wristband. You're just drinking all
Right?
the time. What do you
Yeah.
care? You don't even know what time it is. How often
It's
you're at
5
Vegas?
o'clock somewhere.
Right.
That's the line.
How often in Vegas or something, or at a resort, you know what you don't even know what day of the week it is. Never mind what time it is.
Well, yeah, I'm eating dinner at like 12:30 a.m. in the morning.
We are getting the opinions about how it would be dark longer, like in the morning in the winter.
In the
Yeah.
winter on the fallback program, yes.
Because, Joe, you're saying it should just stay, no more changes, it just stay at this time.
If I had a choice,
had a choice,
I would prefer this time of year's time change than I would the winter myself. But there's obviously different reasons why people want the others.
Well, and the ones with the
Not
little
changing.
ones, they're affected. You know, somebody just said I realize now it was kids, the time change almost feels backwards because they get up the same time no matter what. But since they got up at 8, which was actually 9, it's almost like actually sleeping in.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't feel bad for my kids at all. They got to get up and go to school today. Oh, boo-hoo. And they're both bitching about it. It's like, give me a break. You're like, really, the most stressful thing you're gonna go play football at recess today, like big stressful day for them.
Imagine
I'd do anything to go to school.
Imagine that age though, like 12 years old, going, "Oh my God, guys, I don't know about playing football today. I'm feeling off a little bit."
The Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
Either of you sleepwalkers?
Well, I did once when I was younger. And the only reason I know is because my mom was horrified.
You peed, right, in the living room or something?
No.
I'm trying to remember the story.
No, sorry.
Wow.
That was not me.
Clearly somebody else told you that story.
Yeah, I have heard that.
No.
From someone.
No, you're not wrong. That was a story I told you about my brother-in-law. But
yes.
For me, I was a young kid. I was probably about 12, 13 years old. I walked into the living room. My mother was still up watching television, and I just said, "Mom, Duncan Hines." As in the cake mix, turned around and went back to bed. That was the only time that ever happened. Couldn't even tell you what I was dreaming about. But the story with my brother-in-law was he's one of those
obviously.
guys that sometimes when he was drinking, for whatever reason, he would sleepwalk. But when we used to stay at my in-laws' place, the rooms were his room, my room, bathroom. So in the middle of the night, he got up to go to the bathroom, and he came into my bedroom, and he's at the edge of the bed, and I wake up because somebody's now in my room, and he's about to pee. And I go, "Hey, what are you doing?" Whoa. He woke up on the spot. He was sleepwalking.
That's terrifying.
Oh, it would have been even better if he peed on the end of your bed that you were sleeping in. The reason I ask, my oldest son sleepwalks. Like, he'll go 2 weeks without it, and he'll do it several times in an evening. So, for example, and last night...
It's so scary. He's just
It's
wandering
terrifying.
around the house.
And he just stands at the edge of the bed like it's a horror movie. Like,
Your bed?
yes. And you wake up.
Oh, wow.
And you kind of, you know how it is. You're all confused, and there he is. You're like, what's going on, buddy? What do you need? And he doesn't say anything. He's like, Mom.
Oh
and it's the same thing.
That
He does.
is like a horror movie.
Yeah. It doesn't there's no sense being made, right? And sometimes he'll come right to the side I'm on or my wife, and he'll just stand there and then say, Dad, until you wake up, and it's always like, whoa.
He has to wake up on his own, though. Even you saying something startling won't wake him up?
He just starts mumbo-jumboing, and you walk him back to his bed, and he goes back to sleep. And last night he did it.
Wow.
He did it 2 or 3 times, and it pissed me off last night because I couldn't, I was having a hard time getting to sleep, daylight saving time.
Yeah.
And it's like 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm finally into a good sleep, and there he is at the end of the bed like, oh, thanks, buddy.
You're going to have to strap him down so he doesn't go.
Listen,
Strap him down.
Sorry, man. You got to put the straps on tonight so I
man.
stay in bed.
Have
my
you-
God.
has he seen a doctor about it?
Well,
or
I don't know.
anything?
Do you take him to a doctor for that, or is that,
I don't know.
or do you
but
just put up with it? I have no
I
idea.
have no idea.
I'm about to try the straps, Kirby. That sounds pretty good.
Yeah, that sounds-
The bungee
Poor
cords.
kid.
That doesn't sound doctor recommended, but
Oh, my gosh.
This is the Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
Almost 50% of people admit they have done this at least 5 times in the past year. Many would consider it gross.
780 City. Good morning. Go ahead with your guess.
Can I get a lifeline, please?
Yeah, Philly or Kirby?
Let's go Philly.
5 times in a year. Many would consider it gross. Burped in public
No, sir.
on purpose or by accident.
No.
Okay. Sorry about that.
It's a good one. Good answer.
Sometimes it just slips out. Hello, City.
Yeah, I'm going to take a lifeline, please.
Sure, Philly or Kirby?
Give me Kirby.
I'm going to say they do instead of burp, they fart in public.
No. No, not that one either.
Okay.
Good answer as well.
Again, that's a squeaker, right? Or maybe you're at the grocery store and you got to bail on that aisle fast, though. Hello, City. Get the hell out of there.
You better not have a bad wheel on your cart.
Hello, go ahead.
Can I get a lifeline, Philly, please?
I had a situation where you're stuck in a bathroom and you're late for an event because
bathroom troubles.
you need the Imodium.
No.
Okay.
No.
Sorry about that. 780 City, 780-2484. 3 days grace and Volbeat tickets on the line.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
I'm going to have to guess eating something off of the floor or ground that was dropped.
No, that's a good answer.
That is very good. Yeah.
Great answer. Almost 50% of people admit they have done this at least 5 times in the past year, and many would consider it gross.
Hey, City.
Hi, eating a booger?
No, not a booger.
Eating a booger. What are you, 5? Hello.
Morning, guys.
Morning.
All right, so first off, let's get a shout-out to Poor Boys Concrete.
Hey, there we go.
Let's do it.
Woohoo!
Got the crew. Is this a joint guess then?
Yes, sir. Yes, it is.
Oh, yeah?
All right, so my guess is going to be forgot to flush.
Not forgot to flush. No.
No.
That's a good guess.
Very good.
Yeah, that's nasty.
Some
depending-
people don't. Right?
Well, you better if it's a 2.
Yeah, no. They do for 2, but
The 1.
if it's mellow or if it's yellow, keep it mellow,
There's
they say.
nothing worse, though, than like somebody leaving something in the toilet for the next person that goes in, like the number 2. And like, you got to see that. You can never look at somebody
Yeah,
the same way ever
No.
again after seeing that.
It's
you
confusing sometimes. I don't understand it.
Confusing.
Well, why did you leave it there?
Right.
That's the part that's
Yeah.
confusing.
Maybe it all didn't go down.
That if that's all that happened,
I'm assuming. I'm hoping. Well, you brought it up.
I know. I've had it happen, unfortunately.
Maybe they're so proud they want the next person to see it.
That is disgusting.
Good morning.
Well,
Morning.
Hey, you got a guess?
Yeah, sleeping with socks on.
no.
Oh, that's a good guess.
That's a very good guess.
For 3 days grace, coming with Volbeat tickets. Go ahead.
Can I get a lifeline from Philly?
Yeah. Tough one this morning. Joe, any hints on the table?
It happens in the washroom, yes. That was,
Is it something I would do?
I don't know. I do not know. I don't know if Kirby does it. I don't know if you do it.
Blow your nose. Get a bleeding nose.
No.
Blow your
Almost
nose.
50% of people admit they've done this at least 5 times in the last year. Many would consider it gross. That's the question. 1 lifeline left.
Hi, City.
Hi, not washing your hands?
No, not washing your hands. Nope.
780 City, 780 2484. Go ahead.
Is there any lifelines left?
Yeah.
1.
One Philly or Kirby? Who do you want to go with?
Let's go Kirby.
Peed in the shower.
Ladies and gentlemen, it took 5 lifelines today, but Shalinda Kirby. Almost 50% of people admit that they've peed in the shower at least 5 times in the past year. Many would consider that gross.
It's
But
not
5
good.
times. That's a lot. Your drain smelling like pee.
Yeah.
At that point.
There's people I can tell you would do it daily. I don't know, but 5 times in the past year, 50% of people that took the survey said, "Yep, they pee in the shower."
You're on a time crunch.
Yeah, it
Conserve.
is. Do you pee in the shower, sir?
Here and there, yeah.
Yes,
At least 5
Depends
times.
on the day.
At least 5.
Philly Joe Kirby.
Philly Joe and Kirby.
Podcast.
The Philly Joe and Kirby Podcast.
Joe's down on the corner.
You ever say howdy, Joe?
I always say howdy.
Joe says hi to everybody. Have you ever
I
walked
do.
around the building with him?
Well, no, I just said the word howdy.
Oh, the
in
Oh,
word.
howdy in general. I gotcha.
I don't know if I've ever used the word howdy. I'm more hey.
Yo.
Yo, I'll do
Joe's
yo.
a yo dropper, yeah.
Hello.
Just a very just a very
Just a
friendly guy.
Hello?
Very friendly fellow, Joe Aiello. Hey,
How
look
you
at
doing?
that.
How you doing? I say a lot.
How you doing?
More than even a hello. How you doing?
Yeah, I was at the luncheon on Friday for Gary that was held by Mayor Scott Gillingham, and the ladies that I was sitting at the table with from the City Works Department. It was funny because they, as soon as I said, oh yeah, like my name is Kirby, and they're like, oh, what do you do for work? And I said I work in radio, and then they once they made the connection that I work with Joe, that was the whole conversation.
Yeah, you're in then.
Yeah, the luncheon was just chatting about Joe.
It's good to. That's a good name drop.
Yeah.
Aiello. Kirby, we're gonna send you a video. See, this is what it's like to be in a chat group with some of like some other dudes. You get videos like this sent to you, and Joe and I both agree that you would really appreciate this video. A good buddy of ours, Zim, sent it to us. It is and here's the title of the video: Crocodile devours pelican in the middle of a jungle safari tour. So,
oh my God, no! Don't send me things like that.
Let's just paint a picture.
No, please don't paint a picture.
No, I won't tell you about that part. But there's a boat full of people going on this tour. And, oh, look, there's a beautiful pelican in the water. And they got video going and everything else. And then all of a sudden you see the crocodile coming towards the pelican. And then all you hear is this, oh, hey, oh.
Yeah, here, I think I can. I'm going to put it.
No, I don't want to.
Can you play the audio? Oh.
It was one bite, Kirby.
I don't need to know these things.
I will say this, that pelican, as soon as it felt something was coming at it, it was pretty tough.
Yeah.
Well,
it was
as best it could.
Did what it could. It was still a one bite. It was like me eating a one bite brownie for the Croc.
I will tell you this, okay? If I was the pelican, I would have been trying to swim away, not the pelican. He went right for it.
I could see you trying to swim away from that Croc.
I can't swim.
But
I would have attempted to avoid the situation. This pelican is what I'm saying I don't think it saw it coming, but then
well, you know what? That's just really sad, and I don't want to be a part of that group chat at all.
he already sent it to you.
why don't we get you in it?
I don't want to
He sends
be.
us some really
Wildlife
interesting stuff,
videos.
wildlife related.
Oh my gosh.
The Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
AC/DC Spotlight Week. How awesome is this going to be? 92.1 City, Winnipeg's rock station, 851 PJK.
I mentioned earlier this morning, 22 years ago today, that band went into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and that was obviously a good choice. They're featured on the 92.1 City World Tour this year as well. Maybe more dates coming up where we'll send people, and hopefully that could be one of those stadium dates you were talking about, maybe for 2026 if they extend their concert listings.
You're going to hear some AC/DC that you wouldn't normally hear, which is awesome. I'm looking really forward to this AC/DC Spotlight Week. Boston Pizza text line, Live Hall Ray chiming in on Kirby's love affair with onion sandwiches. He says, I happen to love my mustard and onion sandwiches. Keen's mustard only, which happens to have horseradish in it. I believe that's what my dad used to buy, and he called it hot mustard.
That's the stuff that you got me on in
Yeah,
a little
it's very
tiny
good.
jar. Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was horseradish, though, that made it kind of have a kick.
I honestly, God, I didn't either. I just know I love that mustard. It's very tasty. So live
Never got
Hall
me a
Ray.
jar.
Do you want
Just-
some? I don't
Nope,
see you
nope.
liking hot mustard.
No.
Yeah.
I don't.
See, I knew it.
But if you got Kirby a jar, I don't know why you didn't give me one.
Well, he didn't get me one.
I'm kidding.
I got her on it.
Yeah,
because
I was like, oh man, a spicy mustard.
I thought there was a gift basket or something. You know, that's where you get
Of
those little
mustards.
things.
Well, I
No,
would
you
love-
get the crackers and the
But
mustards. And
just give me a, like, you know how you can get a what is it, a fruit bouquet, a bouquet,
like a
what do you
edible
call that?
arrangement.
Yes, give me a mustard arrangement.
I got one for you, Mustard of the Month Club.
Yes, I would love that.
For more Philly Joe and Kirby, lock it into 92.1 City weekday mornings 6 to 10.